G'day guys and welcome back. I'm here with Paddy Mills of the San Antonio Spurs and the Aussie Boomers. Paddy, how you going?
Good mate, how are you?
Not too bad, thanks mate. You've been back for a couple of weeks now. How's the shoulder feeling? Do you feel like you're back in rhythm now?
Yeah, getting there. Obviously being away from playing for 6 months or so, it's going to take some time. I've been patient with it the whole time through with the rehab and then coming back on the court. So just staying patient and know that I'm not going to be in the same shape and pace that I was last year when I was playing. So and just let it come. So been playing now for a few weeks. Got a few games under my belt. Got AllStar break coming up soon. So time to have a break and then ready. After AllStar break to try and make a big push.
And have you got anything planned for the AllStar break? We're just going to take some time out.
Yeah, it's time to just relax and kind of recharge the batteries a bit. It's obviously been a big roller coaster since last year, and obviously with the shoulder. So a good few days just to take some time off and I think more than anything just mentally refresh and have breaks. So looking forward to it. Although we got one more big one in a couple of days against Detroit. So looking to finish on a high note before the break.
And I mean, it has been a little bit of an up and down season for you guys so far. Do you feel as though, as defending champs, you have been getting every opposing team's best game? There is a little bit more extra pressure on you guys?
No question, and it's great. It's great for us, and hopefully that we can learn from it as the season goes on. Every time we play, we're getting everyone's A game, A+ game, and it's great for us. We've had a lot of tough losses, a lot of bad losses as well, and a lot of games where we've won that we've played bad. So I think all of these combined, we soak it in and learn from it, and hopefully it will pay off down the road.
And can you talk a little bit about the competitiveness of the Western Conference? Because this season it just seems like it's something else.
Yeah, it is. It's very competitive, as you can see. A lot of tough teams, and that's the way it should be. Great to be in the mix, but we've got however many games after AllStar break. We know we've got to make the most of it. But it's great. It means that you can't make as many mistakes as the other team, and you've got to be on your game and focused every night now.
And there's a couple of teams ahead of you, the Clippers and the Rockets, that are both dealing with pretty severe injuries at the moment. Do you guys sort of feel that this is the time after the AllStar break where you guys can really make your move?
Yeah, we try to get in a rhythm before the break, and hopefully we have a good break and then come out of that refreshed and mentally refreshed to make a big push. So we don't really take in consideration what other teams are doing. We just know we've got to take care of what we can. We've got a hell of a second half of a rodeo road trip after AllStar break, and it's going to be very, very tough. February is always tough for us, and it's very tough to win on the road. Playing a lot of good teams coming up, so at the very least, if we can play the way we should, hopefully we can come out of it, as a better team in general and go, on to the end of the season.
And it was great to get a road win for you guys tonight, but your home form has been quite good this season. Is that something that's still quite important for you guys to try and get into that top four and get that home court advantage for the playoffs?
Yeah, I guess we haven't looked that far into it yet. Obviously, it's somewhat tight there in the Western Conference, but again, it's not something that we go by or look very closely at. It's one game at a time for us, and taking care of business. But this is an important time for us to finish off the break with a good game, strong performance, and have a good break, and then come back ready.
And this season, you joined the Under Armour family. Can you talk to us a little bit about that relationship and how that came about?
I was more than excited. My contract was up before, and I had an opportunity to see other brands, and came across Under Armour and had good talks with the people involved there. And as I dug a little bit more and done some research on the kind of values that Under Armour bring and what athletes that they look for, it matched the type of person I am and the type of values that I have, being an Australian and an Indigenous Australian as well. So I felt like it was a perfect match, and the more I got involved, the more I spoke to people. I couldn't be more happy with the change, and I've been loving it ever since. We went out to DC when we were fortunate enough to go to the White House to meet the president. But I took a trip down to Baltimore to the headquarters down there as well to see it, and it's great. It's a great move for me. I've loved it ever since, and big things in the future.
And how was that going to the White House to meet the president with the whole team?
Yeah, it was great. It was a great opportunity. Obviously, it's very unique, very special. Not a lot of people get to do that. It's one of those things that you'll remember forever. And obviously, getting to meet the president was great. I was fortunate enough to meet him one time before, so he made a little joke about my height, as everyone does, but that's all right. I guess he can when he's the president.
Well, it seems like he was making a lot of jokes that day.
Yeah, he was. He was cracking on a few people, but look, he's great. He carries himself well, and the words that he spoke with up on the stage there at the White House was great to hear from the president, but also a basketball fan. So it was great.
And going back a little bit as well, you had the honour of giving the Martin Luther King. Sorry, man, I'm in the way. I'll squeeze out for you. I'll relocate. Going back a little bit, you had the honour of giving the Martin Luther King Day Dress in front of the home fans. Can you talk to us a little bit about that experience and what that meant for you?
Yeah, it was one of those things that I guess you don't do every day either. It was a special holiday here in America, Martin Luther King Day, and it was actually the day before we had a game, and someone in the Spurs approached me about having the opportunity to address the crowd, and when they asked me, I said, yeah, of course, I would love to do it. I actually feel very honoured to do something like that. But the NBA does a good thing in recognising holidays and that. So when I heard that was an opportunity, I took it and spoke on the night and said some words that I truly believe in, and felt like I wasn't only speaking to the crowd that was there that night, but everyone around the world. So I thought it was very powerful.
Fantastic stuff, mate. Good luck for the rest of the season and keep up the great work. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you.
Mate. Cheers.